Hello, BookTube. Hello, friends. Welcome to LizziefayeLovesBooks. I'm Elizabeth, and we have had one full week of March. So I wanted to give you a quick reading update and let you know about all of the books that I have finished in the month of March. Now, you would think that this would be a March Mystery Madness update, and it is. However, I have only finished a total of one mystery. But hold on, I have finished 6 books. But here's what happened. I started the month with a couple of things hanging over from February that I really needed to get finished. And then I thought, well, I've already done that, so I may as well just go ahead and take these handful of books that are not mysteries, that are part of my monthly goals, and just get those done too, so that as soon as I get all of these non-mystery books finished, then I could just focus the rest of the month on reading mysteries for March Mystery Madness. So that's what I ended up doing. I did listen to one mystery on audio, and it is one of the ones that I listened to for the Audible Escape category challenge. So I sort of killed 2 birds with 1 stone with that one. But anyway, I'm disappointed in myself in a way, because I really wanted to just start out with a bang and, have a lot of mysteries read for this first week of March. And that just is not the way it worked out. But it's okay. I'm going to show you what I have finished, and then I will tell you what I have already started, and those are mysteries, and we'll go from there. So the mystery that I finished is called One Little Wish. It's on the Audible Escape package. It's by Gina, LaManna. And I had some mixed feelings about this book. At first I was thinking, I'm not really sure that this author has figured out who her audience is, because it started out, the first few scenes were in church, and this main character was talking about going to church, and then it just kind of really went downhill from there. And I thought, well, is she trying to reach a Christian audience by bringing in church? Because she's not going to keep a Christian audience with this. So just today, I went and looked at all of her other books, and I thought, oh, okay, no, she's not trying to reach a Christian audience. That was just her setting for this first book in this series. So it wasn't a bad book. I just, as I was listening to it, I thought, well, it is clearly not a Christian book the more you listen to it. And it kind of, when you start out a book and they're in church, you think, oh, well, this is going to be a Christian book. So don't let that fool you. If you're looking for a Christian book, it's not. And if you're not looking for a Christian book, then that just happens to be the setting that she chose for this book. Anyway, so this book is called One Little Wish, and it says that it's the first in a series. Now, I don't think there's any more in this series yet. The series is called the Little Things mystery series, and it is, I'm not really sure what it doesn't really seem to have a catch. A lot of cozy mysteries have a theme, and I couldn't really figure out what this theme is going to be. And so I don't really know how to describe it to you, but anyway, it wasn't bad. It didn't blow me away. The mystery was interesting. I did not figure out the mystery. And it was about a young woman who, she's from a small town, and, in the town, like, where she's from, everybody talks about everybody, and she's kind of gotten a bad rap for things, but yet she's tried really hard to be a good person, and all these bad things just kind of keep happening. So that's kind of how it starts out. So anyway, that wasn't bad. And I listened to that on the Audible Escape package for the category challenge. And the category, I believe, was small town. I believe that was the category that I accomplished with that one. I have one more to listen to, and it's going to be for action, I think. And it's going to be a C.J. Lyons book. I could show it to you here, but, well, I'll show it to you on another update. I don't want to take time right now. It'll be like a medical thriller. Okay, so here's what happened. I finished off February with this still underway, and I just couldn't get it done. This is book 6, Dark Passage, in the Kingdom Keeper series by Ridley Pearson. So this was pretty good. I think I enjoyed this one. It held my attention better than the previous one. It wasn't nearly as long, and I think the other one, the one before this, was just too long. Book 7 is also really long, so I'm kind of curious to see how that's going to go. But anyway, we'll see. So this one picked up where the previous one left off on one of the Disney cruise ships. The Dream is where book 5 and 6 take place. So, so this one wasn't bad. I think I need to reread that whole series in print. I think the audio, I'm not a big fan of the narrator. And I just, it's McLeod Andrews, which I know Jen from Jen Talks Audiobooks loves McLeod Andrews. But I don't think he's the best for this series. He didn't do the first few. He just has done maybe the last 3 that I've listened to. I just don't really care for how he voices some of the characters. Anyway, I got that one done. So then I wanted to, I had a couple of other things, and I thought, well, you know, I may as well finish up what's going to expire quickly on my Hoopla. And while I'm doing that, I may as well go ahead and get a couple of my lists done, you know, a couple of my monthly goals that are not mysteries. And one of those is to read a Newbery winner every month. So I picked the shortest Newbery I could find, and I have already listened to this, or listened to it. I read this. This is maybe, I don't even know, like 15 pages. It's definitely the shortest Newbery that I am aware of. It's a picture book. It's called The Last Stop on Market Street by Matt de la Pena. It's basically about a little boy and his grandmother, and they're described as not having a lot, but yet they find a way to give back. That's basically it in a nutshell, and I did enjoy it, and I'm glad that it was super short. And then I also accomplished already my book that in the series of unfortunate events. I've been trying to read one of these every month and finish this series this year. So the last 2 months, I've waited till the last of the month to get the book done. And this time I thought, I'm not going to wait till the end of the month. I'm going to get it done now. And I read it in like a 2-day period, and it was really cute. This one is The Miserable Mill. It takes place in a paper mill. And so it got some bad reviews. Some of the people I follow and I'm friends with on Goodreads said this was their least favorite, but I thought it was fine. It is what it is. It's not a fun series. It is a fun series, but it's dark. So I thought it was fine. It's absurd. It really is very absurd. And you have to really think outside the box. It's, I saw someone, I was reading a review and they were just talking about how ridiculous it was. And for that reason, they didn't like it. And I'm thinking, okay, she does understand that it's for kids, right? You know, this is a kid's book. It's meant to be absurd. And then a YA fantasy fairy tale book I read, finally, is Spindle's End by Robin McKinley. This is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. And I've had this on my shelf for years, and I saw it on Hoopla, on audio. It just appeared. I had searched a long time ago, and I don't know at what point it showed up on audio on Hoopla, but I was super excited that it did. And I already had it checked out because I was going to listen to it in February. I didn't get to it, so I went ahead and listened to it at the beginning of March, and I enjoyed it. It was good. It would confuse me a little bit near the end, but I enjoyed it. And then I listened to this really short book because I really wanted to read a book with 5 in the title, and I couldn't find any of the mystery books that I would have read on audio free, like on any of the library resources or anything, like 5 Little Pigs by Agatha Christie or anything like that. And so I saw this one on Overdrive, and I thought, well, I'll go ahead and put it on hold. And so it came in, and it's such a short book. I had always wanted to read a Mitch Albom book, but it's not a mystery. Well, I guess you could consider it a mystery, since it's kind of a mystery to all of us who have not died yet, what heaven's going to be like. But then anyway, the 5 people you meet in heaven, because the March Mystery Madness prompts are all about 5, and I couldn't find a mystery that I really thought I could get read. I just went ahead and listened to this. It was a very short little audio book, and in hindsight, I kind of wish I hadn't taken the time to read it. I didn't really enjoy it. This is definitely not how I think heaven's going to be, but who knows? I mean, it wasn't really what I enjoyed. I thought it was kind of depressing, and I I didn't really like it. Now, I've been told by other people that Tuesdays with Morrie is an absolute must read. So I will read that, but that will probably be the extent of my Mitch Albom, unless I really just love Tuesdays with Morrie. Okay, so before I get to what I'm currently reading, I want to just catch you up on my devotional books that I had already started prior to this month. All year I'm reading A Year with C.S. Lewis. I'm really kind of starting to like this more than I thought I would. It's very wordy, very philosophical, but I'm kind of starting to get in the groove of his writing style, and I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. And also for my devotionals, I'm reading every day a page out of the Journey magazine, and then after I had already posted my March TBR and all the stuff having to do with fives, I realized that I'm actually going to be reading 5 books of the Bible in the month of March, because I just got to the minor prophets. I finished the book of Daniel. I finished Ezekiel and Daniel in February, and so now I'm ready for Joel, let's see, what is it? Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah. So that works out perfect at a chapter a day to read all 5 of those books. I think there might be 1 or 2 extra chapters, but anyway, that's fine. I thought, what are the odds? What are the chances that I would read, that my Bible reading would even be in 5s for this month? So anyway, then along with that, I had already started a book called Having a Merry Heart in a Martha World by Joanna Weaver, and I got about half done with it in the month of February, and I'm just reading a few pages every day as part of my devotional. And then another book I wanted to get to in February, because this was from my TBR jar. This is a Christian book, but it's also about families. And I finally just picked it up and read a couple of chapters. And it's such a quick read that I'm just going to go ahead and get it read this month too, because I had intended to read this in February. And like I said, it's from my TBR jar, from my nonfiction TBR jar. What Wives Wish Their Husbands Knew About Women by Dr. James Dobson. This is a really old book. It's not in great condition. I picked it up at a library sale somewhere a long time ago, but it's really interesting. And I am a few chapters in, and I will go ahead and finish that. Then now on to, one other book that's not a mystery that I think I can finish tonight. It's the very last Sunshine State book. I found out Book Bowl is going to be the 17th of this month, so I really wanted to get there and be able to say that I had read all the books. And so I've got to write a few questions. I don't need to write questions from this book, but I do have 3 books that she doesn't have questions for yet. So I've got those books checked out from the library. And so pretty soon, at least at some point during this month, I will try to do a wrap up of all 15 of the Sunshine State books this year. So this last one that I'm reading is Ethan Marcus Stands Up by Michelle Weber Hurwitz. And I am past the halfway point already, and it's going very quickly, and I think I can finish it today. Okay, so now on to the mysteries. So the very first mystery I started reading is this one, The Secrets of Mary's Bookshop. And the first book is called A New Chapter. It's by Kristen Eckhart. And I've only read a little bit of it so far, but my sister loves this book and this series. And so I am really looking forward to making some big strides in this book this week. And then for my read-along, The Lying Game by Ruth Ware, I started right out at the beginning of the month. I took the CDs out to my car and they wouldn't work. So I brought them back in, and I kind of lollygagged around. Didn't get started on it really until yesterday or day before. And I'm having to listen to it on a CD player in my house. And I've been trying to edit videos and work on videos and all that, so it's just been harder to get any listening done. So I'm still in the very first rule, which is the first 60-something pages, and I want to finish that at least tonight and make some comments about that, and then try to get the second rule done within the next couple of days, because the goal is there's 5 rules. There's 5 sections. They're just called rules because it's the rules of the game. And so the first 2 are pretty short. The next 2 are a little bit longer. And then the last one is super short. So my goal is to finish basically 1 rule each week. So since the first 2 are very short, I shouldn't have any trouble getting caught up with those and having the second rule finished by the end of this next week. So a couple of you have already made some comments. I know Di from Dice's 19 Hearts has already finished it. I think she had started it previous to the month. So she just made some comments at the end on the last discussion thread, which I haven't read yet. So Di, I'm not going to read that until I get farther into the book because I know, you may have written some spoilers, and so I'm just going to wait and not read that quite yet. So I have also started on audio on my phone. I started Freezer I'll Shoot by Victoria Hamilton. This is book 3 in the Vintage Kitchen Mystery series, and that's fun so far. And then in my car, I found some CDs that would work in my car. For some reason, the newer CDs, they don't want to work in my old CD player in my car, and some of the older ones work fine. So this is the Limpopo Academy of Private Detection. This is book 13 in the #1 Ladies Detective Agency series by Alexander McCall Smith. So I'm only on the first disc so far, and I'm really enjoying it. It is already delightful, as all of these books are. I love that series. So that, I think, is everything that I've started. And so that's where I'm going to stop here for this video. I'm almost out of memory on my phone. And that's where I am. I did lead some reading sprints this morning. I don't know if I had anybody, I don't think I had anyone that joined me this morning. But if you're on the other side of the world and you want to do some reading sprints next Sunday, I will be here 5 a.m. my time. So whatever time that'll be for you, just, join me if you would like to. And I've been trying to keep up with the Instagram challenges and the scavenger hunt challenges. I'm a couple of days behind, but I'm going to try to catch up with those this evening. So it's not too late to join in if you haven't been already doing those, or just pick up where you are. The scavenger hunt, it doesn't matter. You can mix those up and do, you don't have to do those in any certain order. So that's all I have for this video. I hope that you are having fun with March Mystery Madness, and we'll see you soon. I hope you're having a great day. Read a good book, and God bless you.